Welcome. My name is Jocelyn Larson, and I'm going to be teaching you a 30-minute yoga practice today dedicated to contentment. In Patanjali's 8-limbed practice, one of the niyamas, the observances, is santosha, or contentment. There are times in our lives where things can be chaotic, unsettling. And when we start to dedicate some time for ourselves, to check in, to draw connection, we can begin this practice of contentment. I urge you in the next 30 minutes to connect to this idea of contentment, to breathe it in to your entire body. We'll begin in a seated position, however you'd like. Legs crossed, sitting in an easy pose. Legs straight, sitting in Dandasana or staff pose. Or sitting in a hero pose variation, as I am, if that feels okay to your knees. But just taking a moment to check in with the seated position and find contentment here, asking yourself if this is what you need in this given moment. Allow the eyelids to close, just letting them lightly touch one another, connecting the bottom and top eyelids. Letting the palms face up to receive a little bit of energy, or palms facing down to give a little bit of energy. And just beginning to settle into this space, just noticing breath, heart, mind, and body. We begin here with our first practice of contentment, just settling into whatever is. Releasing control, releasing expectations, and allowing this exploration of self, heart, mind, breath, and body. As you explore through a little bit of contentment, maybe making this intention for your practice a little more specific, a little deeper, a little more individualized to you. And then beginning to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, bringing this contentment to your space. Inhaling, letting the belly expand and letting that breath travel through the rib cage all the way up to the chest. Pausing for a moment in space. And then exhale through the chest, the rib cage, and finally the belly, feeling that deflation, noticing the pause at the bottom, inhaling through the belly, the rib cage, the chest, pausing at the top, and then exhale, releasing through the chest, the rib cage, and the belly, pausing at the bottom. Just taking 3 more deep breaths like this, really letting that contentment expand through the heart, through the body, and through the mind. As you continue to breathe, notice your sit bones rooted to the earth, and notice the length, the space of your chest and the crown of the head expanding up towards the sky. Bring the hands together in front of your heart center and connect to your intention here in the heart, bowing your chin towards the chest, and then slowly making your way to an all fours position, knees underneath the hips, flip the toes under. Inhale, lift the chest, open the heart, lift the tail. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, tuck the tail. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tail, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck and round. 3 more cat-cows moving at your pace. Let the breath guide you. And just be content here with that oscillation of the spine, playing with flexion and extension. Really just connecting breath and body. And then on your last one, just coming back to all fours here, noticing the four corners of your mat, noticing the body connected to the earth, noticing your connection to your breath, noticing the connection to your intention, and then just sway the hips over towards the left, bring the gaze over towards the left, bring a little more weight into that left hand. Inhale across the body, shift the hips over towards the right, bring the gaze over towards that right shoulder, a little more weight in that right hand. Inhale brings the hips across, gaze across, and then exhale, let those hips move further to the opposite side. Inhale through center, exhale, opposite side. You can make the movements a little bit bigger here. As you bring that left hip across the side, you can reach that right fingertip forward and then exaggerate that gaze. Inhale across the body, right hand comes back underneath the right shoulder. Left fingertips reach, hips reach. Inhale through center, two more each way. Exhale. Inhale through center, finding length, creating space, connecting to your body, connecting to your breath. Inhale through center. Exhale. Inhale back through center. Let's straighten through that right leg. So you're coming to the ball of the right foot, and we'll just inhale forward and then exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Let's inhale forward. Lift the right heel high. So the heel's in line with the hip. Lengthen and strengthen through the shoulders, crown of the head. And then reach that right leg across to the left side of the body. Inhale through center. Right leg comes over towards the right. Gaze comes with the foot. Exhale across. Inhale back. And then exhale, set that right knee down. Straighten to the left leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift back into the heel. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, shift it back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, lift that leg so the heel is in line with the hip here. And then we'll bring the left foot over towards the right, gaze over that right shoulder. Bring it across the body. Shift it over, gaze can follow. Across the body, gaze can follow. One breath per movement here. And then we'll exhale, set that knee down. Let's flip those toes under, straighten the legs, finding plank pose. Hips are in line with shoulders. Spine is long, straight and strong. Then exhale, shift into your downward dog here. Hips are lifted high to the sky. Shoulder blades are strong together on the back. The finger pads and the knuckle pads are all connected to the earth. And then you're rotating those shoulder blades together and on the back so that you're externally rotating that shoulder open. Let's inhale, shifting forward to your plank. Guide your body. Spine stays long. Exhale, back to your downward dog. Find a deep connection here to your core muscles, keeping the back nice and flat, nice and strong. Shoulders are strong. Keep the hips lifted. Shift the shoulders over the wrists. And then let those hips come in line with the shoulders. Exhale, back to your downward dog. Two more. Control your movements here. Be content wherever you are in your strength, wherever you are in your mobility. Inhale.
Shift it forward. Back to your downward dog. Bend the knees, and bending the knees, letting the knees hover, finding that connection to the back, the shoulders, the core. Step the feet between the hands. Inhale to your long spine, back is as flat as possible. Hands can come to shins. Stay connected to the earth, but just find a nice long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, grab the big toes with the middle and pointer fingers or the peace fingers. Bring the elbows out wide, and then just slowly let the hips lift as you release the head towards the earth. Release the grip, hands towards the earth. Shift a little bit, weight back into the heels. Let the sit bones come back behind. Reach the fingertips back behind. Fingertips in line with the shoulders. Shoulder blades together, strong on the back. Legs are strong. Really engage the outer edge of those both feet. Energetically squeeze thighs together. Nice flat back. Inhale, arms overhead, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, reach the fingertips behind you, staying here, maybe lifting the heels, coming to drinking bird. Lower the heels, inhale, lift, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit low, back is flat, core is strong. Drinking bird. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, hips lift, fold forward. Drop the right hand to the earth, wrist underneath the shoulder, lift, open that left fingertips, left wrist in line with the right. Back stays nice and flat. Twisting from the waist. The gaze can stay at the earth or up towards the sky. Exhale, release that left hand to the earth, left wrist underneath the left shoulder. Open to the right. Wrists and shoulders in line here. Exhale, release that right hand to the earth. We're just going to slowly walk the fingertips over towards the left. Try to keep those legs straight. And then walk that right fingertip a little bit further over. So you're lengthening through that right side body. We'll slowly walk the fingertips over towards the right. Right finger back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Connect the legs to the earth. Inhale, strong in the spine, all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center to Samasthiti. Connect the feet firmly to the earth. Energetically squeeze the thighs, the heels towards one another. Inhale, arms overhead. Connect the palms. Reach the fingertips. Rib cage stays back. Lengthen through side body. Exhale, shift the hips over towards the right. Arms over towards the left. Keep the shoulders open. Inhale through center. Exhale, hip shift to the left, arms over towards the right. Inhale through center, biceps by the ears, hips to the right, fingertips to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, hips to the left, fingertips to the right. Inhale through center, exhale, hands to heart center. A few breaths. Settling into the contentment, let the palms face forward. Checking in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. We'll start with bringing the left hand to the left hip
And bending the right knee, reaching that right foot back behind. The right palm is going to face outwards, so we're going to grab the inside of that right foot. And then I'll move that left hand up towards the sky, reaching the fingertips towards the sky, but that left bicep will stay by the ears, preparing for our Natarajasana dancer's pose. Kicking that right foot into the hand, reaching through the fingertips, kick the right foot into the hand. Find a focus point, a drishti, somewhere that feels easy to your gaze, and that helps you focus on that contentment. Spending just a little bit of time here so you can settle into your expression. Inhale back through center. Release that left hand back to the hip, right hand back down. Coming back through center, maybe just taking those hips to the left, hips to the right, maybe hips slightly forward, hips slightly back. Right hand comes to the outside of that right hip, left palm reaches open, bending the left knee, connecting that left palm, the inside of that left foot. Right arm lifts, settling into that contentment, maybe focusing on that drishti, and then beginning to kick that left foot into the left hand for your Natarajasana on this side. Spending a little bit of time here so you can connect to it, find contentment here. When you're ready, coming back to stand, bring that right hand to the outside of that right hip. Left foot comes back to the earth. Maybe shift the hips left, shift the hips right, shift the hips a little forward, and then a little bit back. Let's inhale, arms high to the sky, biceps by the ears. Push the hips forward, reach the fingertips back. Through center. Exhale, swan dive forward. Let those hips reach back, crown of the head forward. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, step back to your plank pose. And then your downward dog. Inhale, reach up and back with that right leg. Let's bend that right knee and let that right hip open. Reaching that right foot to the outside left edge of your mat. Step the right foot between the hands. Rotate that back foot. Inhale to a warrior two. Hips open to the side, chest opens, arms reach forward, but shoulder blades are strong together on the back. Straighten through that right leg, reach those fingertips forward, right hip is reaching back, long right side body, open to your triangle, Trikonasana, chest open, hips open. And then we'll bend that right knee, keeping that right hand connected to the earth. Arm can reach up or reach that left arm forward. Extended side angle. And then we'll walk that right hand in front of that right foot. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, lifting that right leg off the earth. So we're playing with balance here. Lengthening through the right side body, open through the hips, open through the chest. You can stay here or bend that left leg, grabbing the foot, opening through the chest. Straighten through that left leg, reach to that left arm, step that left foot back, frame that right foot, step that right foot back. Exhale, lower the body.
Inhale to a little cobra, legs connect to the earth, shoulder blades strong together. Exhale, connect the chin to the earth. Inhale, push up and back to your downward dog. Inhale, reach up and back with that left leg. Bend the left knee as you let that left hip open. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands. So we're preparing for warrior two on this side. Rotate the back foot open. Virabhadrasana 2. Side bodies are long. Front knee is bent. Back leg is strong. Straighten through that front leg. Reach that left hip back. Left hand comes to the earth wherever feels comfortable. Open through the hips. Open through the chest. Trikonasana. Bend that front knee. Left hand can stay connected to that left foot. Right arm can lift high to the sky or reach it forward. We'll bring that left hand to the front of that left foot. Slowly step that right leg high, opening through that right hip, stacking that right hip on top of the left, bringing that left shoulder in line with the right. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Staying here, maybe creating a bind, bending that right knee, opening through the heart, opening through the hips. Slowly release, nice and strong. Bend the knee. Right foot comes back. Frame that left foot. Step it back to your plank. Lower the body. Inhale to an upper dog or cobra. If you're in upper dog, legs are off the earth. Chest and heart are open. Flip the back toes. Exhale to our downward dog. Let's bend the knees, bring the gaze between the hands. Hop or step your feet between the hands. Inhale to your flat back, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to stand, arms overhead, biceps by the ears, wrists over the shoulder. Exhale to your Samasthiti. We'll separate the feet as wide as the mat. Keeping the hands together in your heart center. Start to slowly bend the knees, letting the knees follow in line with the toes, and then slowly sit down to your yogi squat. So hips start to lower towards the earth. Maybe the heels drop, hands come together in front of your heart center. Bring the elbows to the inside of the knees to push those knees away. Let the hips settle, let the chest lift. Taking just a few breaths into this space. Connecting to your contentment. Opening the heart, letting the hips settle. You can stay here, you can play with a little bit of an inversion here. Dropping the hands to the earth, toe healing the feet slightly towards one another, letting the hips lift, making a firm connection between the knees and the backs of the arms. Lifting the heels, and maybe just playing there, playing with connecting to the core, connecting the heel, lifting the heels up, lengthening through the crown of the head, or maybe you play with slowly lifting the toes off the earth, maybe one at a time, then the other. Finding this firm connection, being content with wherever you're at in your practice. And then exhale, slowly release. Hips lift high to the sky. Half lift. Exhale, lower. Connect the hands to the earth, and then let's come back to an all fours position.
And then bringing shoulders over hips, we'll flip the back toes under, bringing the hands to the hips, straighten through the right leg. So the right heel is in line with that right hip, and then those back toes of the left foot are still flipped under. The angle of your ankle will just depend on the mobility of your ankle, so there's no really right or wrong here. Inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhale, release that right hand to the right thigh. Lift up through that left hip, all the way through the fingertips, reaching over towards the right. Inhale the right arm. Release the left hand to the outside of that left hip, reaching over towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, shifting towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, shifting towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Drop that right knee underneath the right hip, and then this time we'll straighten through the right leg. Left leg. Inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhale, shift, reaching to the left this time. Inhale through center. Exhale, shift, reaching towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, shift, reaching towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, shift, reaching towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands to heart center, then drop that left knee down. Let's bring the big toes to touch. Separate those knees wide, settle the hips down, reach those fingertips forward. Connect the forehead to the earth. Coming onto the fingertips of those hands. So you're making a little tent with the hands. Let the forehead rest onto the earth. Open through the heart, open through the chest. And then slowly walk those fingertips back, coming to all fours. Left hand plants. Inhale, right arm high to the sky. Exhale, thread that right hand underneath the left wrist, coming to the right shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale. Release right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Inhale, open. Exhale, release that right hand. Inhale, lift that left hand, left wrist in line with that right. Exhale, coming on to the right, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and then release that left hand. Let's flip those toes, slowly walk back to your sit bones. Straighten through the legs. Inhale, arms high to the sky, biceps by the ears. Reach those fingertips towards the toes. Keep that back nice and flat. Keep that back flat. Reach the fingertips towards the toes and slowly release the hands. Tuck the chin towards the chest and round slightly forward. Surrendering here, letting your head fall, releasing in the low back or the backs of the thighs. Walking your fingertips towards the hips, bending the knees, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, rounding out the belly and slowly coming to your back. Bend the knees, hug the knees in towards the chest, bring the forehead towards the knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the whole body. Let it rock from side to side. Bring a lot of energy, a lot of effort here. And then exhale, slowly release your body, palms facing up. Finding a full release, taking a few moments to lie here with the eyelids closed. Releasing control, noticing the contact points of your body and the earth. Notice just the natural rhythm of your breath the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. Maybe releasing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And just settling into stillness in your Shavasana, your corpse pose, posture of release. Taking just a few more breaths here. Noticing the natural rhythms of the heart and the breath, maybe placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And slowly rolling your body to a side, finding just a little bit of transition in space. Making your way back to a seated position. Allowing the eyelids to remain closed. Bring the hands together in front of your heart center. And taking a moment to just acknowledge your practice. Finding contentment in the space. Noticing the contentment following through your heart, through your body, through your breath and your mind, and letting this restart, recharge, refresh happen at any moment of your day, remembering this space, this feeling, this sensation. Loka samasta sukhino bhavavantu. May all beings be happy and free everywhere. The light in me honors the light in you. This is the meaning of the word. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are. And I hope that you can take this moment to be a restart and a refresh and find contentment and let it flow through you for the rest of the day.